every idea and then releasing it is that you won't really end up with an album. I think everyone will agree that the two albums that we've released have been sort of themed albums. They've got their own stories and own themes, and what we don't want to do is just start recording just 10 different songs and throwing them on a CD and then releasing it just because those are the next 10 songs that we wrote. So it's more a case of like what happens with Moments. We record some demos of the ideas that we're having, and then we sort of notice the themes and the trends that are coming out within those, and then we would take the 2 or 3 that have those themes, and then we would build the rest of the album around it. So this is why it's more of a long process for us, really. Okay. Just because we want the album to be exactly what we want it to be.
Absolutely, and that's the way it should be. Well, I have some more questions in a minute, and we'll talk about the live album. But you're going to play another song, which this song hasn't been heard very much, has it? Tell us a little bit about this. It's called As the Mountains Open.
Well, originally, when Adam and myself recorded our first album, EP, it was an EP called Call It What You Want, because we couldn't think of a title for it. And this song was perhaps the only song that we actually remember to play. We haven't even rehearsed this, we just decided to do it now, so it might go really wrong. And it's called As the Mountains Open, and we give it that title because it was trying to be clever and thought it was sounding nice. And are you going to be okay on that stall, G? It seems very high. Oh, okay. And so this is called As the Mountains Open, and it's very laid back and chilled out, so I hope you like it. And we've got our level listed off.
Oh, that sounds okay. Dave and Adam, and this is As the Mountains Open. the mountains open. Dave, bands very rarely revisit material that comes from, dates from pre-band. How do you feel? Obviously, you're cool about doing that. How do you feel about some of the earlier songs that you've done? I mean, like most musicians, I imagine you think, I wish we'd done this, or maybe changed that.
I think that if you ask any musician out there that's recorded something, they will say, oh, I wish I'd changed that bit, or I wish I'd done this different. And I think that's what happens when you start playing. I think that a song only becomes a real song when you start playing it live.
Yeah.
Because then you can sort of, in the studio, you can get as much passion into it as you can, but it can't be as aggressive and as passionate as it would be if you've got all these people staring at you and cheering and going mental. Yeah. Because it gives you such a buzz inside, and you sort of go, and it gives you that little bit more of a lift, really. Yeah. So, like I say, a song isn't a song until you start playing it live, and then all these new little things start coming in. But the same thing, we did harmonics for ages, and we did the creation for ages, and then we all of a sudden realised that Luke could do all the guitar harmony parts on the sax, which is sort of like a bit like Thin Lizzy, but on a sax, really. And so Luke starts doing all these harmony runs and all this sort of stuff with me. And especially with a song like Moments, it gives you that Eastern vibe, because you've got a sort of, it's not like a snake charmer, but it's got that sort of sound to it, right? And then, so that was cool. Yeah.
Which brings us rather nicely round to the live album. Was the concert that you did going to be recorded with a live album in mind, or did you just listen to the tapes after that? This would make a great live album.
Yeah, originally we thought, okay, we got all the tech stuff through, like we did with the Cruise and all this tech stuff, and they said, we're going to record each performance. Do you want us to record yours? And of course, we want to capture everything we do live, whether we're going to release it or not, just for our own, listen, so we can sit there with grandchildren and say, I was very good at one stage. If you listen to my album, shut up, granddad, you div. So yeah, we try and capture as much. We have photos taken, we video everything we do. We've got videos of, just because we want it for ourselves, even if it's just a camcorder. That's what we want at gigs. If you've got phones, just record and do whatever you can and send them to us, because it's good for us. But we knew that we were going to record the live album. Yeah.
Were you surprised when you heard it back? Because sometimes I know some musicians think, well, it's all great and all well knowing that we recorded it, but then there comes the listening back. How was it for you guys?
It was really good, to be fair. I mean, because I must admit, Richard played the best at that gig, so I'll give him, some credit there.
Never let him forget that, Richard.
And of course, when you've got a live album, there's mistakes and there's things that go wrong and all that sort of stuff. But what we've done is we've just kept them in.
So it's not been fixed in the mix, is what you're saying? No. It's as people heard it at Rockfest.
Yeah, because what's the point? We might as well just record a studio album.
Yeah. So
we've kept little bits in that, buzzing and the amps are buzzing and stuff. That's what makes it live and makes it feel so.
Now, people can buy that from your website.
Yes, they can.
However, we do have some to give away. So there's the profit gone from this, Sean.
Yeah.
So you wanted to do a competition.
Yes.
You said it.
If you're a chocolate bar, what chocolate bar?
No, it's. I don't know how we're going to do this.
We have 5 copies, right? So we're going to go boy, girl, other. Right? So the first man that comes here gets a CD. So if you hurry up.
Still in the crush. There you go. Sorry guys, don't worry. We've still got 4 more. This could be interesting.
Okay. Now we know what's going to come now, right?
I'm just going to get out of the way here. I don't want to call it a crush.
There's a health and safety issue here. What a beautiful woman.
I'm impressed.
Doesn't work. Go away. Anyway, the fastest.
start, you're disqualified.
Full start. The fastest woo man who's in the first gets the CD. Oh dear, it's kicking off.
It's like chucking out time in Birmingham New Street.
You beat me, I was going to say.
So how many? We've got 3 left. It's a bit like it's a knockout here, isn't it? Can we? What about this? I've got a better idea. Although we can't. Yeah.
It's a lot safer than they were smashing the teeth in on here.
I don't know. That could be interesting.
Yes.
Death prog. I was going to say we've got no way of verifying that, have we?
Okay, I've got a question, right? This is the easiest question in the world.
Who was there?
The first person that shouts it out gets a CD, right? What country is Linda from?
I'll tell you what, the first person to come here and whisper it in my ear. This gentleman here, this guy here, okay? Hey, it's the taking part, allegedly. How many have we got left now, Dave? 2. Okay, do we have a man and a woman who want to fight for these?
The first one that brings me a bottle of champagne. Okay.
Who was at Ross first?
The people in the back who are in the more expensive seats, looking out the window.
They're the ones drinking the cocktails.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to be the quickest person from the back to the front of the stage gets a CD. Right? Go. Oh, well done. We have 1 more left.
Okay, so I think we've got to open this to either male or female again, haven't we, to make it fair?
Okay.
Can I have one?
How about a brand new fan?
I made it.
I'm from Costa Rica.
Costa Rica?
Do you have your passport, sir?
Yes, of course.
We need verification on things like that.
Okay, the person who flew the furthest to this gig.
Well, that'll be me. So,
And not okay. Singapore, Birmingham. You got one?
Singapore.
That's not going to work, is it? Okay.
Okay, I see what. How about this?
What is the first track called on the album I.O. Earth?
Intro.
Correct.
Oh,
Introduction.
he said
Intro wasn't.
back here.
Introduction.
Oh, introduction.
It's Barry.
Barry.
Well done.
Well done, mate.
And George, great
A
record.
lovely t-shirt.
People will think that's fixed now.
Showing it.
It's my uncle.
The live album is obviously the sort of latest release. How about a DVD? We thought maybe of that, because you have said you do film things, even if they're only on camcorder. You must have an absolute wealth of material, of bonus material. Have you had anything filmed professionally?
Maybe in the future we'll do a DVD.
Okay.
Maybe. If it turns out good enough.
Okay. But I thought you are considering that, though.
Oh yeah, of course. We want to watch ourselves and go, oh, we're brilliant.
He's not
That's what
modest, is he?
musicians do. That's what we do. We just sort of look at ourselves and go, oh, we're great.
Right.
Okay, now we'll have a couple more questions from the audience, if that's okay. We have a lady over here. Can I get through there? Probably. Yes, I can here. Okay, madam, good afternoon. What is your name and who's your question for?
I'm Elizabeth. The question's for Linda. We're absolutely blown away with what you've done so quickly. Who do you normally sing with?
Oh, hey, up, Chuck, you're not from around here, are you? Where are you from?
Birmingham.
Yeah, it's not Birmingham. Well, that's probably a good thing. Where are you from? Well, I thought so. Well, hey. Yeah, we're all right, aren't we? Great. So, yeah, who have you sung for before? Is that, yeah?
Yes. First of all, thank you. I don't really sing with anyone at the moment.
You have people crying. No. So, is there a reason for that, or you just I mean, you've not found the right people to perform with, perhaps?
What do you mean?
Still.
What are you trying to say?
Be quiet, I'm not talking to you.
Well, right now I'm focusing on my education.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything, have you got anything recorded, though, that people might be able to find, or... Have you recorded anything that's available?
Not that's available.
Are you thinking
YouTube,
of it
right?
soon? Are you thinking maybe of recording, or do you just want to concentrate on your education at the moment?
Well, maybe in the future.
See, education's gain is music's loss. Oh, yeah, but having said that, education's great. She, you know, sensible girl, as well as talented and good looking. She didn't pay me to say that either.
It's true, it's right.
It is absolutely right. Elizabeth, was that okay for you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, we have a gentleman here. Oh, we've met before, haven't we? Goodness me, people will talk. Okay, excuse me, gentlemen. Can I get? I'll speak to him, but then I'll come to you. Okay. Your name and the question is for who?
My name is Rail, and my question, I guess, is for Dave, but it's really for the whole band. And it's really more of a, well, I guess it's a question.
No.
My question is, I can see, I'm new to you, as I'm sure there's a lot of people on this boat that are new to you. And I see the talent and the camaraderie of the band. And I'm just wondering, and I know you're probably going to say no because it's going to be too scary for most people, but would you be willing to take this challenge and take 5 minutes or so and just riff and come up with a jam, something you've never done, never played before, just an idea that comes right to the top of your head right now?
Okay, what we'll do is we'll have 3 chords from the audience.
There you go.
Okay? Don't make them too ridiculous. I know it's a prog gig. G minor, 4th, flat, 7th, octave, 9th.
Yeah, great. Give it.
In 1612.
Well, no, and maybe give it, you know, because I see you like kind of an Eastern sound, so give it like an Eastern feel to it.
Okay.
And,
So an Eastern vibe.
yeah.
And E minor's a good chord. Well done.
He wants half the publishing, though, if you release it. That's just so you know.
Okay.
Just one quick question as well that this gentleman wants to ask. What is your name and who's your question for?
Michael from Denmark. Here's the first chord. Da 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 da. However, this one is for Linda and the rest of the group. Linda answered that question very sheepishly. Well, I got a call from somebody. Well, she certainly has impressed me, but how'd you find her? Did you find her in the Yellow Pages, or was she a fan of yours, or did you go to your gigs, or what happened there? It's just interesting to know.
Originally, sorry Linda, originally Claire was pregnant and we had gigs coming up. And Luke has a friend called Steve Cooper who's a guitarist. Anyway, I said to Luke, we need a singer and we need one quick because Claire's pregnant and we can't get her singing all them high notes pregnant because it could get messy. And so Luke phoned up Steve and he said, I got this really great girl called Linda, she's from Norway. Okay, cool. So Luke phoned her up and she secretly came to see us play at the Robin too. She thought, I want to check him out first before I say yes. And she came and seen us, and then I called Linda up and said, you know, this is the situation. Are you up for it? And she went, yeah, cool, all right. And I sent her the demos, I sent her the CDs. I said, learn these songs, and we're going to be in London, and then we're going to Holland to a big festival. So there's not much pressure, you know. I mean, it comes back. All the gigs are like massive. We did a massive gig in Holland. It was one of her first gigs with us. And then she comes back and she goes and plays this, you know. So that's how we got to know Linda. And then obviously when things went wrong on Tuesday, where we thought, oh my God, this is all going to just fizzle away. And then Wendy said to me, ring Linda now, right? That's while I was screaming down the phone. Okay, so I rang Linda up, and I saw this story last night. I said, I rang her up, I said, hello Linda, would you like to plan a big boat in America? That didn't really happen. So I explained to her, I said, you know, we've got this big gig, are you up for it? And can you be in England tomorrow? And she went, well, I'm coming to England anyway to visit my boyfriend James, who lives over here. On Sunday, is that good? Oh no, because you need to be in America Saturday. Right, can you change your flight? Yes, change your flight. She got here Wednesday at 12 midnight, and then at 11:30 Thursday night we was in the studio recording until about 4 in the morning, rehearsing until 4 in the morning. We went home, and then we sort of had another little bit of a rehearsal, which wasn't that much because we had like snow and drifts everywhere, so we had to make sure we could get home. Then we were off on a plane to America, and I phoned Linda up and said, "Right, your flight's for Sunday, be at Heathrow this time, and I'll see you in Miami." And so yeah, and then you was at Miami, wasn't it? And that was it. That was cool.
Okay, I hope that answers your question. Now this thing, we're going to have to be very quick because we're running out of time, so we've got two things to fit in. We're going to have a bit of a riff.
We'll do this instead of the other song.
Oh, we will. Okay, well that's great. So, a brave man.
So Eastern vibe in E minor so far.
Okay, Eastern in E minor. Any advance on E minor?
E flat.
C9?
C9, that's
Is that diminished or sustained?
Sustained.
Sustained, okay. Just I want to make sure, that's all.
Okay.
Now one final one, 3 chords, yeah? One more. Yeah, one more chord. Sorry? F sharp. Yes, you think that's clever. You play jazz, don't you?
F sharp 7.
F sharp. Actually, there's a Genesis song that starts in F sharp, so there you go. It's a popular chord.
C, G and F. Right, let's go.
Well, I hope you enjoy this.
We're going to call this Eastern Cruise.
Oh.
Right.